There we go. Now we're picking up. Okay. My microphone wasn't picking up apparently. So, hello and welcome. If you are new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you have been here before, welcome back. I am Kokulu Covers, your cat girl bard. And I am also more commonly known as CL, the owner and lead developer of Cats and Lipad Studios. And I am doing good. How are you, Al? If you don't know about my studio, I am a visual novel developer. I make BL games. We are currently working on The In-Between, Moonflower, and Heart Agency. But today we will be playing part 7 of Disco Elysium. We are on day 3, I believe. Yes, day 3. The last episode we found a dead guy on a wharf, and we found the church and some ravers. My day has pretty much only just started. It's 10 a.m. Do we have over on YouTube? I am dual streaming, so I've got Twitch and YouTube going. Adi Sana. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. That chair. Let's switch over so you can actually see chat. I am changing updating a few things through my stream and trying to expand and Twitch has an ad break. Trying to expand my Twitch is hard to learn. There's so much on it. Ooh, a follower goal has been made on Twitch. That's cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for following Snorlax. Let's see. The chair. Yes, the chair. Oh, thank you for the follow on Twitter as well. Yeah, that chair almost got me in in disco as well. It is. I was somewhat warned about it though, so it didn't get me, but I was on like 1 bar of health left, so it was close. I think I was like 1 failed dice roll away. Okay. So, I think, where did I leave off? Last week, I believe we left off about to enter the church. And apparently there's some kind of a crabman in it. Where's my mouse? There it is. So, let's get stuck in.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with
The
the
lock
key.
turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Ooh. Wait. He's punching a kid. Was that Kuno by any chance? I've not succeeded in any of the Kuno checks so far. He's that that kid is so far beyond me. I need to put more points in. Yes, I understand. Kuno drives me insane. I did succeed on the dude on the bridge though, and I flying back kicked him, and that was quite satisfying. I did not expect that roll to succeed, but it did, and it was glorious. Let me... expect a little bit. I've changed the graphics on my chat overlay, and it's just not quite displaying how I want it yet. I can't do a custom background on it though, which is upsetting because I would really like to be able to. Because none of the restream ones, because I use really. Am I not back yet? Am I back? What's happened? Okay, there we go. Man. Usually it takes about, 3 hours before OBS disconnects, but not today. It's been about 13 minutes. Yay! So we may or may not have a successful stream today. Okay, we're gonna walk in the church apparently. More of the forked lighting pattern you saw outside. Yeah, I haven't unlocked who Kuno is yet. Apparently he has like a bit of a backstory. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Oh, the walking is so slow though. Have the D&D people moved in here? That's what I feel like is happening. Blackboard is filled with complex equations. Either the D&D people or whoever's running that super radio. I don't know what the Crabman's about though.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can. Stomp your feet and clap your hands. Also, if you are on Twitch, I do have the extension running, so you'll be able to interact with my stats, and there'll be parts where I'll throw voting on which options to choose as well. Yell as loud as you can. Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud
Your
as you can.
voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Can't hear shit.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
It's probably nothing. Just our imaginations. Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look
The
up into
orderly
bell
rows
tower.
of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Oh, this is a red check. Can't be tried again. All right. 58% chance. Yeah, there's no way. I'm doing a sober run. But I think I've been choosing a lot of the superstar cop options. But the inner voice did just mark me in the last one as just a normal cop. Try to see beyond. No, we can't see shit either.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
Ooh, I want to have a look at this painting on that other side more. That looks cool. Just darkness without end. What's the darkness like? Try to make something out.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
He follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you are seeing. I ain't seeing shit, man. What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork, the sense of a great height. It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in the vanishing geometry. A strange, alien image that's supposed to be you.
God, can you imagine the expression up on the painted on the church wall? Blink. Oh!
You see something hanging from the rafters,
Is that the crab
looking
man?
straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
What the fuck is that? You got itchy head, that's for sure. Spider has spun its web. Colorful glass. Frost has drawn flowers in the windows, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in the frost, depicting a deer. Oh, interesting. Oh, what's that? Are those pants? it's a scarf. Okay, I guess we talk to the. Crabman.
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crabman.
The Crabman. Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
What? He's... The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem, and it's been getting out of hand lately, but... Oh, hell no! Run away. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
I will not be judged by some dude in the ceiling who has a very itchy head. Doing just fine, thank you. Okay, fine, I'm struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do. You don't know me. You don't know what it's like. There's something white pursuing me. White and very sad. Oh. Nothing good happens when something white pursues you. This conversation is making me uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else. Mommy, I'm scared. Let's see. Let's think about
I know
something
it's
else.
hard to admit that you have a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look at the damage El Bino was doing to my mind and my spirit.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Don't you start with me.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention. Look at these crazies. What is this? A fucking intervention?
Fuck you, Crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
The Thai is my favorite character in this game. It is just so completely unhinged, and it comes out of nowhere every single time, and I cannot deal with it. It is just so funny. I think the Thai would have been the funniest character to voice in this game. It's just so funny. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Adjust your tie. Who do you think you are? Some crazy under the roof? What is this shit? you know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what this is. It's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of no, I can't even say that word. Church property. I'm very bad at words. Yeah, I just can't pronounce it. Alright, if Kim feels like I should listen, I'll
Don't trust
listen.
me. Trust the mother.
Who is the mother?
I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Something about this has a real Shah vibe. He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
You might want to be careful. You must be the crab man. Some ravens want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is? Points at the strange machines around you. Okay then. Thanks. You must be the crab
Never
man.
known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Why are you in the ceiling? To be fair, it's really more like a spider. If you're not a crab, then what are you? Sorry, you just weren't moving like a human. Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with this name, not me.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab
I
man?
was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Oh. Have we already been here, maybe? Is it this Mother of Silence who has taken our memories, perhaps? So many people losing their memory. A certain portion of doom. Portent? I find this sound very interesting. There's so many different kinds of like people and accents and like speech. It's a very, very eclectic town. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me and start again from scratch. Ah yes, Detective Raphael. So you used to be in a gang, but you really don't remember it? That sounds convenient. Yeah, there's lots of French.
Nah, ese, it's not like that. Best thing that could happen to you, losing your memory.
Yeah, except when my memory came back, it almost killed me. Remember your ex-wife and the goddamn legend nearly destroys you.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellas, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harry. Extend your hand for greeting. No. My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau? My name's Harry Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant Double Euphrator. I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what my name is. You have been searching for your name. I do like Raphael. I think if I replay this game, I need to do a run where I'd like just really like insist that the I picked when I picked the when I started and we had to like it gets you to pick what tree you kind of start with. I picked Ancient Lizard Brain. Because that's what my chat voted, and it sounded funny. I'm trying to define my origins.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
Sherlock Holmes? He sounds melancholy saying this. His limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world of it. A way out into nothingness.
I
This
just
church
like
was
the
built
idea of
around
ancient
for
lizard brain.
purposes of veneration.
Sometimes it still talks to me and it's quite hysterical. I need to build more empathy to do anything. I've needed to put more in empathy and authority to get places. Put some in perception, but yes. Yeah, this game would be like, I can't imagine just the sheer planning it took with the amount of things that you can like do and say, and how many like almost personality paths it lets you go through. What am I researching? Oh, regular law official. What's that? This place is special. There's... I don't. I got asked if I had it in another stream, and I didn't know what that was. And I don't know how it was supposed to have gotten. I think it's if you ask people for money, because I regretted not doing that on day 2, because I then needed to spend a long time actually trying. Oh, really? had a hell of a time actually trying to get enough money to spend the night for day 2. There is another trash can that I have been trying to open and cannot. I think it's a trash can anyway. That's so funny. There's just there's so many things that you can do, and I love that you can defy the game. And it either gets you something or like you die. And there's really no way of knowing which way it's gonna go. I was not listening to this guide although. This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. He nods towards the ceiling. The church was built around it for the purpose of veneration.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who is this mother of silence you keep talking about? What will happen once you drink from this perforation? I still don't understand what you're doing in the church. Is this your scarf lying around here? Sure, the red scarf you found. Right, I had other questions. What's this mother of silence?
That's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
What will happen once you drink?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
So if that's his scarf hanging around, is he up there naked? He looks naked. Is your scarf?
I think it was. A long time ago. I had to share it like a skin to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have it. I don't need it anymore.
He is naked man in the rafters. That's very unsettling. Sure, you didn't just switch one drug for
It's
another?
not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Good point. I mean, I guess they're lucky it's dark up there then, because that would be quite an unpleasant view. Yeah,
I know
disagree.
it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Why did you repeat that? That was weird. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me? Sing something for me. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
Does he sing though?
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me?
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
He won't sing for us. How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Right, I had other
The
questions.
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Ooh. He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Kind of sound like someone in his handing out free lobotomies. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
There's a naked dude in the ceiling who wouldn't be afraid of that. Do they have a reason to be scared? So what do you think about the nightclub, that is? I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youths. Their business looks promising. Turning a church into a nightclub. I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it. Do they have a reason to
Nah,
be scared?
man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Anymore.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
What do you... So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might
Okay.
even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
But if you are in service to the Mother of Silence, that music is definitely not going to be silent. Oh. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a... Diadita? Right, thanks. I'll just see if I can find her some other way. The way I said that just sounded like Vegeta.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Okay then. Thanks! He's just gonna stay there. Are those his pants? Are they shoes? screws. Oh, nice. Do I still have the filament? Oh, what do these ones do? Perception. Money! I like games that let me be a bit of a klepto. Two decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. Portable Harman Washi tape recorder.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
I do like Kim. I think Kim is, despite himself, quite funny. It's like, he's actually like a little bit of a nerd, but he doesn't really want to let you know that. He's strangely supportive, while also judging you quite openly.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He kind of enjoys being around you despite himself. I'm not sure how he goes with like the other kind of like possible builds for like Harry's personality, but yeah, he's he's like he got a little bit excited about the whole D&D stuff when I found it in the other building. No, I'll never be mean to Kim. It's not possible. Illegal. Do you have a favorite character?
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area. Wait, let's just investigate it. Set behind the computer. You're right. Let's get out of here.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework. Careful not to touch anything. Hey, thank you for watching. I gotta poke around at it. Why is it? It looks like it's got a fire in the back of it. Let me just
You
investigate
see
it.
fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
Press
The
play.
speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log. Fortress accident. Like the one in the doomed commercial area? Thanks, but I'm finished with this call. Yvonne.
Good, thank you. Please repeat, is this the personal log?
Like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Don't know the
Received.
password.
I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's
Goodbye,
all.
Fortress Accident.
Her voice disappears.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. Nothing happens.
Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
In white, silver, and apricot faience,
Oh, there we go.
the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you, as if under a microscope.
Look up. No. No, I'm not your bug. Oh, did he not work? Wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted triggered fire. Oh. Did that not work? Hang on, let me... That is supposed to do something. There we go. There he is. Apparently I always have to be logged into Trigger Fire for anything to work. Cool. I only have 2 that actually appear on stream at the moment. I'm slowly starting to fill out my Twitch stuff a little bit more. I need to figure out what I can do from like what I can find from places, what I can use from like, you know, kind of assets that I already own from my studio, what I need to like what I can like find to like commission. The overlays and like redeems and stuff like that is something that's like something that's hard to figure out for like actually planning what I want to do and what would be interesting for people to have show up, but also like what I can afford to do and source and time, and I am a work in progress. So the only 2 that actually show up on stream at the moment are fire and hydrate. Everything else just kind of gives me a command. Or unlock something. Look up.
The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Morning?
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How do I know this is the mother of humanism?
It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning.
Well, at least it's trying to reconnect. God dang it. Okay, so that has been twice in an hour that it has dropped. That is good times. Very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Let's refresh that. There we go. Ooh. Yes, it does. Where was that? Hi, yes. I'm always very confused. I don't really know what I'm like, where I'm going, what I'm doing, but I am having fun, and thank you for watching. Yeah, I think we're back again. You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here. although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was
I
abandoned?
have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now. %42% to reconstruct the glass. There ain't no way.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was
How?
shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
The ones that I do not expect to succeed, like, at all, are always the ones that actually do. Wild. What shattered this?
Unknown.
Who is this older woman? Looks like
The
a priest of some
scutcheon
kind.
on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her
what?
innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
What is that? Ah, I see. One of those. I had to Google what the Rachafel thing was. I see. It's like the ball with the cross on it. The motto? What does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Lieutenant, these used to say after life, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Of course. What is the motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
No thank you. Cool.
Ice cool.
that back.
The mother of humanism towers above.
Okay, we leave now. Oh, I don't have a skill point. What do I want to put it in? My skills are so cursed. I have no idea what to actually put things in. I don't know how to, like, upgrade them either when you reach the, like, encyclopedia is full. What political thingy does the game put you on? I mean, by my stats, I'm apparently a communist. Only 1 point in fascist, 3 in ultra liberal, 3 in moralist. The game tried to assign me sorry cop. Yeah, it's got 3. I think I've unlocked everything to do with the ledger though. Cases solved 216, years in service 18 years. People killed 3. 1 honor. The game tried to assign me as a sorry cop. I'm not sure why, because I've got way more in points in Superstar Cop. But now I'm just a normal cop. Hey, I fixed that. Why is it not fixed?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex.
That's rude. I fixed it. Stand the slow walk anymore. Let's see. Oh, I still didn't figure out what I wanted to. Up in the world. Composure, poker face. The art of these things is really interesting. Hand-eye coordination. I would like to be able to put more in logic or encyclopedia, but I am fully locked on those. It's half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Guess I do need more empathy to unlock more with I guess there's still something that I can find with the tracks out the back of the underneath the body, but the body's gone. We've already examined that, but there's still a check, so I guess there's something more that I can find. Something in the cafeteria window. Oh, there's that dude. Might be able to... Yeah. The worst part about this game is the fact that the UI is kind of janky. Like, even though my scroll wheel is bad, but I can't actually scroll down just using this because it just bounces back to the top. There's no arrows to manually do it. You can't use anything that like arrow keys or anything. You can only scroll. My scroll button on my scroll wheel does not work. So I don't know how much of it is my scroll wheel not working and how much is just the game's a bit janky in its UI. But let's see, what do I have? Get a hold of a sad song on tape. Really want to sing karaoke. Find out about another possible meeting. Who put the clothes in the trash? I reckon Harry probably put his own clothes in the trash. I'm ignoring that. Need to find more of the armor. I don't know why this is still there because the... Get 2 signatures. I don't want to get those people's signatures. I think I will try and forge them, but gosh, who knows. Let's get about the dead man. Read the whole story from Titus. Oh, I need to... Okay. I need to find an old dude about... Is there another map that I can find for this area? I think I've been all the way up there.
Hello again.
Let's see.
The device is cold to the
No.
touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns.
Damn. Oh, that's right. There was that area just had the seagull. And where is this? I don't like not having a map. Where am I? Is there a map for this other area? What's this? Man, this place is really small. There's stuff around front here. Okay, and over that side. That's where I found the dude. And a stinky thing. This place really has seen better days. Oh, there's a dude there.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Was that about the window before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What? Someone who has money! You need money? I have not actually asked anyone for money yet. What's so fascinating about empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes to shield himself from the freezing snow. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
He smiles brightly. Laugh lines around his eyes.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
This man is a bookhead. I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that?
It was
ace?
here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced.
Indeed. What?
The revolution! The boy wipes his nose in his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
What happened to the engineers, the company people? What happened to the revolutionary? What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers? How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers? What happened to the engineers?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers... Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
It's like a Ferris wheel? The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Don't blame
The
me.
kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Don't blame him at all. How did they work?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Humpty Dumpty Dum Center in
Humpty Dumpty Dum.
Ohio. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay. What do you... Humpty Dumpty Dum.
The Humpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Is he making this up? Come on. There is no place called the Humpty Dumpty Dum Art Center.
In fact, I'm not. The Humpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Why did they destroy it?
Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back, the boardwalk creaking mournfully in the wind. I wanted to ask
But of
something
course,
else.
what else?
I want to ask something else. Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He brushes it off like it's nothing
He's
at all.
not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly you were just profiling.
Could I have some of that unimportant money then? I don't want your money. I just wanted to see if my profile skills were working. Could I have some? Could I have some money?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms.
He looks uncomfortable. His left hand squeezing his son's shoulder.
I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
You're gonna make it weird, Harry.
I do
gonna
some
make it weird.
Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
What's that? Wait, what's that?
It's an anthropological heritage of the Lomantang people. A martial art of sorts, but what not a lot of books mention is that it also carries a cultural significance among the Lomantangs, as it used to be the best means of showing off to look for a bride, which, interestingly enough, brings us to the socio-economic structure of the traditional and rural tribes of the Lomantang Isles, which...
How can someone be a nerd about working out like this? Although it is interesting how different styles develop in different cultures and what their significance to them are. He goes on to give you a detailed overview of their way of life, the amiable, slightly nervous smile not once leaving his,
But anyway,
his face.
I'm boring you with details again. You were saying.
I don't really remember what
Then
I was
guess
saying.
everything got said, right?
Oh dear. Great. Thanks for
No,
the
thanks
interesting
to
information.
you for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Would have been better if he gave me money. Sad. Listen to all the things he had to say and he didn't give me any money. That's good money.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Rough. The lieutenant raises the collar of his bomber jacket. Did he just make a cool guy pun? Oh, the power box. No way through here. Oh, there's dudes down here. Oh, are these who I want? Are these the dudes I need? I'm looking for dudes. Oh, hey, what's that? Didn't see that before. Back up there. Oh. Something I need a key for? That's rude. I came all the way back up there and it can't get in. Let me in. I got -2 in morale from that. From that conversation about Wompty. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. Soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. So they won't light up. Maybe military blockades, riddled with bullets. Jeez. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near the ocean. Since there's 11.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
What? No. What? That's not fair. There's something in there. What is it? God damn it. Let me see. Follow your hunch. What's that? Money! My boats. Hey. Oversized superstar sunglasses. Heck yeah. Boathouse. Oh, thanks for joining. Yeah, time zones are a bit rough for me, seeing as I'm Australian, so it's only 11:30 in the morning for me. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Even more bullet holes. Definitely something going down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why
The
not?
manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Ooh. Man. Even then, I've only got 42% chance.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking the planks, the sand, your skin. The order was carried out in the afternoon. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
Man. This is very frustrating today. Okay, so I have just... This stream has just disconnected again. And it's becoming extremely frustrating now, so... I think for today, I'm going to get through this conversation, and then I am going to end for the day. Just, I'm getting extremely frustrated by these constant dropouts. It's a new thing too. It hasn't really been happening to me, and it seems like it might be because of my new internet, which is really annoying. Let's see. Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who are they?
Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty, dark duty.
Who were they?
Murderers, twisted by orders, young boys forced into killing.
The person standing to the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim? Who was in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution.
First, the lieutenant doesn't say a word. He just stares at the wall.
Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
The lieutenant nods.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Mirror lies. Okay. This is incredibly short for a usual stream. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow, seeing as this is only like just shy of 2 hours and it's usually between like 3 and 5, but I'm tired of these dropouts, so there's gonna be like a whole bunch of like really short videos on my Twitch page, and it's just annoying. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, it's not cooperating today, and I don't have the spoons to... No, you're gonna snooze that ad break. I do not have the spoons to argue with it today. So, thank you for joining me, and thank you for putting up with my dropouts. My new chat overlay is very aggressive. It's all in caps. It's like everyone's shouting. Yeah, I might try again tomorrow, but it's unlikely. I'll probably just call it for today, and then be back on Monday with more Danganronpa. And then try again for more Disco next Thursday. Stream says no today. And I am not one to argue against the internet. So thank you so much for the small amount of time we did join, we did spend together today. And I will hopefully see you on the next one on Monday, and hopefully it will behave a lot better. So, bye bye for now, and thank you. It's the first one. Trigger happy, whatever it is. I've just gotten through the first trial of the first game, and we're on like chapter 2, I think. So we're about to, yeah. I really like Mondo and Celeste. I did like Junko as well, but she is no more. So we've lost the idol, the model, I think that's what Junko was, and the baseball player. So, it'll be interesting to see who dies next on that, and who done it. I have no idea who's gonna be in the victim and who's gonna be in the perpetrator lists. Because I've never played. I've watched the anime, but I've never, years ago, don't remember it. But I've never played the game before, so I'm going in completely blind. I'm trying to play things that I've never played before. An unpopular opinion on this channel, but that's okay. My audience really does not. He definitely is funny. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here, and we'll pick up again on Monday, same time as this, 10 a.m. Monday. 10 a.m. Monday, at least for Australia, Sydney time. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will hopefully see you on the next one. Yeah. Bye bye.